Alright, so here's my John Deere 720 Pony Star Diesel. Now I picked this tractor up just a couple weekends ago. Really haven't had the opportunity to do much to it. The only thing I did was space the wheels in, and I brought it to a show last weekend, and I drove around, just really didn't work it. I just paraded around for quite a few hours, and it didn't really expose any issues with it. So tractor is a pretty straight tractor overall. I have just a little bit of that kind of thing going on. Nothing terrible, nothing that couldn't be fixed. Screen door bent in a little, but for now, overall appearance wise, I'd say it's better than the majority of tractors this age. Speaking of age, this one is a very late 1957, if anyone was curious. So we'll start out front here. Now the tires are a little bit weather checked, front and back. I do have new fronts I could put on if I wanted to. I'm not too concerned about it because they do hold air, and I just don't really see the need in replacing something that's low speed. So probably just leave the tires how they are for now. Someday down the road, I may swap tires out, or let's say I come across a deal where I get a 70 or 720 or any of those with good tires, but the rest of the tractor isn't so great, then maybe I'll swap them. But for now, they hold air and do what I need them to. So all the fluids on this tractor seem to be right where they need to be. Coolant, it's nice and green. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's not getting any oil in it. It's not all dirty. And the power steering, it's kind of a pain to take this off, so I'm just going to leave that on, but that's where it's supposed to be, which is a good sign, because these tractors often, any of these two cylinders with power steering, they do have a tendency to have the seals go bad, then actually leak through the fan shaft into the engine oil. This one doesn't seem to be doing that, which is really great. The only thing with the fan shaft is here's this temporary little fix, which I was aware of when I bought it. Maybe this winter pull this apart and put new seals in it. It's not so big of an expense thing, as much as you just have to take a lot of stuff off to get to it. So I'll probably just leave that for now. I've been running the thing for hours and I got it hot and didn't get one drip out of there. So like I said, I'll just keep that for now. The tractor overall, I think, was a pretty low houred tractor. It didn't really have a whole lot of wear on it, honestly. Even drawbar wise, I have a clevis in here now. If you take that out, you can see it's still pretty round yet. It's a little bit of egg shape, but not nearly as bad as a lot of these did, or still do. This back in. Now, it does have an aftermarket 3-point, which works just fine. Everything's freed up. Hard to do this with one hand, but you can see everything's free. So I'll probably just use it like this for now, and someday I may buy the actual Deere 3-point to put on and maybe transfer this onto another tractor. I don't think it could go on my 60, because my 60 doesn't have these pieces, just has a straight rock shaft. Maybe someone could shed some insight on that. I may be able to come up with some way to adapt to it though. Just being my 60 is a power block, it's not really a stock tractor anyway. It's more of a work tractor. It's not all pretty. This 3-point probably go on it just fine. So I do have the clamshell fenders on it, which in my opinion look better on the 20 series anyway than the deluxe fenders. If I had a 30 series, I'd want the deluxe fenders, but I really just like the looks of these clamshells myself. I do have the Firestone Field and Road tires, which in my opinion are the best ones you can buy. So even a little weather checking, I mean, there's nothing terrible, just a little bit. Even with that, they'll probably go for quite a long time yet. Wheel centers do have a little bit of junk on it, and that's just for me trying to spray penetrating oil, trying to free these up. I don't know if you can see it on this side. You know, see it over here. Wheel center does have a little cracking in it. These wheel centers aren't so bad cost-wise, so I'll probably just replace them at some point. But a lot of these tractors have that problem, and you know, I could drill a hole, do all that, but in all honesty, someday I'll probably just pick some up. They're really not as expensive as you would think. But anyway, I do have the dual hydraulic option on this tractor, which is very nice. And we actually, before I bought it, my friend has a pressure testing gauge. We did test the pressure, and made pressure no problem. 3-point operated no problem. And float ride does function. Now I might put new springs in it just because I feel like they're a little weak. I'm a bigger guy. And I'll want to replace the seat with the actual spring seat, not the foam cushion. I have that on my 60 and it makes a huge difference. I'll just have a 6-volt battery in here. Don't have 4 6-volts like the electric start. And that's obviously because I'm just starting a pony. So I don't need all those batteries, which is kind of nice. And people, they talk about these ponies being such money pits and all that. But if you let it warm up, you take care of it, honestly, think about how long a pony will last compared to a set of batteries. I mean, replace 4 batteries, you can't tell me that's cheap. But anyway, take a look at the pony here. So here's a little 4-cylinder pony, and oil is clean on it, as well as the diesel engine, and really every other fluid I've checked on this has been clean and where it's supposed to be. So that's a very good sign. That's a telltale sign also of how well it was taken care of. Granted, someone could change the fluid right before you buy it, but often if it sits outside and that kind of thing, you'll see a lot of condensation in it. Or of course, in case of engine oil, you could be getting coolant in your oil, which obviously isn't a good thing. On here yet, which in my opinion looks better and functions better because you're not trying to mess around with making brackets and all that. I've done alternator conversions. I have one on my farm all. Honestly, I think the generator is just easier. Belt's good on it. I am charging, so I shouldn't have to mess with that for a little while anyway. But if I did, it's not the biggest deal in the world. I actually may have a generator that I could just put on here that would work. Now, something that's interesting is this little blow-by piece, blow-by tube. It's not really a tube though, it has this piece that attaches to the valve cover. And I don't know if anyone can shed some light on that. It does look clean in there, by the way. know, my 16. A lot of the other tractors I've seen, they just have a tube that goes out of the valve cover and goes to the bottom. But I have seen some 720s and 730s this setup before. Let me get this back on here a second. But I'm not sure why some of them had this, but it'd be interesting to find out. I use my other hand here. There we go. Now, this is an interesting modification, which to me just kind of is one of those farm fixes that even if you completely restore the thing, you leave. Looks like someone tried to get a hook to fit in there, and it doesn't really hurt anything. It's just kind of interesting how back in the day people did what they had to do. So, clutch seems nice and tight and smooth. I'm not getting any weird vibration that would indicate that I have a problem with the clutch or the flywheel. 70 through 730s, we're prone to having flywheel issues, and I think a lot of that is just because they couldn't be really tightened that easily, so people did come out, I'm not sure who, but someone came out with the taper lock flywheel, and that solved it. I'll probably pull this cover off anyway, just to make sure, but I don't expect there to be any issues with it. So we put a nice step here. These you don't really get on from the back, just because you have all the hydraulic controls and 3-point in the way. Earlier ones you could get on that way much easier. Some minor thing, I'll probably adjust this so it sits at the same level as decompression lever, but that's just a minor little nuance. You know, there's several things like that. Like if I really wanted to go through this tractor, I'd put a new steering wheel on it, and I'd put new springs in the float ride, new tires, some of the other things I mentioned. But in all honesty, for the price I got this thing for, I can't ask for better. Everything does function like it should, and now we'll jump on and go for a little test drive.